Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So if you are unable to launch the game on your Windows computer, then please follow the steps shown in this video. Now the first step is to restart Steam. So go to Steam, exit Steam and then relaunch Steam and then check. If that does not work, restart your computer. Do not ignore this step. Restart your computer once and after the system restart, launch the game and then check. Still not working, verify the game files. Now do not ignore this step. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So to verify the game files, go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties, go to the installed files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. Once the verification is complete, then you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to, if you are able to launch the launcher, when you launch the game, when you click on play, it opens the launcher. So if you are able to at least open the launcher, then go to settings and then over here you can try window mode. Now if HDR is on over here, you can uncheck HDR. Now here you can see DLSS Frame Generation. If this is checked, you can uncheck this box. Turn off Nvidia Reflex Low Latency. You can try VSync both on or off. Try both on or off and then check which one is working fine for you. Now apply the settings, click on OK and then go to graphics. Now if the preset is set to very high, you can set it to high. You can even set it to medium and then click on OK and then check. So try to make changes over here in display and in graphics. Try to lower down graphics settings and then check. Still the game is not launching. Still you're facing the problem. The next step is to avoid using all tabs. Like if you're able to launch the game. If you're not able to launch the game, you can skip this step. If you're able to launch the game, you can avoid using all tab while playing the game. Next step is to set P-core ratio to 54x instead of default, that is 57x in Intel Extreme Tuning utility. Now if you're using this, you can set the P-core to 54x. So this has worked for many players. So after setting it to 54x, they were able to launch the game. So you can try this if you're using Intel Extreme Tuning utility. Now still you're facing the problem. The next step is to launch the game with controller connected. So when you launch the game, before you launch the game, connect the controller and then launch the game and then check. Next step is to disable or enable the Steam input. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select properties and then go to the controller tab. You can disable the Steam input. Now launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can enable the Steam input and then check. So try both, enable and disable and then check. Now the next step is to use wired connection to connect the controller. So connect the controller using the USB cable and then launch the game. If you want to go wireless, once you launch the game, you can unplug the controller and then you can connect wirelessly. Now the next step is to perform a clean installation of your graphics driver. So if you have Nvidia card, go to Nvidia website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for Nvidia. So go to Nvidia website and then select your product type. In my case, it's GeForce. Select your product type, then select your series. In my case, it's 30 series. Make sure that you select your series and then select your graphic card over here. And then if you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11 and then click on search and then click on download and then click on download once again. And once the download is complete, run this exe file. Now once you run the exe file, you will see the screen. Click on agree and continue and then select custom over here. Make sure that you select custom and then click on next and then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check on perform a clean installation and then click on next and then it will do a clean installation. It will uninstall the previous version and then it will do a clean installation and then restart your computer. After this, you have to restart your computer and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to unplug external devices from your computer. So if you have any external devices which you're not using, like if you have hotas, wheel, pedals, so if you have any external devices connected, disconnect additional controller connected to the computer. Sometimes you have 2-3 controllers connected to the computer, disconnect it. If you have multiple monitor, then try launching the game on single monitor. Then also close all the services and application which you're not using. So close all the third-party services and application. Even from the task manager, you can open task manager. If you have any third-party application running, you can simply make a right click. This is just an example. Make a right click and then click on end task. So close all the third-party application. Also disable Steam overlay. So go to Steam. This has also worked for many players, so it might work for you. Make a right click on the game, select properties, and then if the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game, if this is on, turn this off and then launch the game. Also close all the other overlay applications. So if you have Discord running, you can close Discord. If you have any third-party application running, close it. So I don't have Discord running, so close Discord. If you have GeForce Experience running, close GeForce Experience. So close all the overlay application. Also close all the overclocking application. So if you have MSI Afterburner, Riva Tuner, or any kind of overclocking application, close it and then launch the game. Also perform clean boot. For this, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services and then click on disable all. In my case, I already did it, that's why it's grayed out. In your case, this would be highlighted. So put a check on hide all Microsoft services first and then click on disable all. Click on apply, click on OK. You will see a restart option, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to also, if you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. Next step is to allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, whichever antivirus program you have, add the game exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, then go to the settings and then go to privacy and security if you have Windows 11 and then click on Windows security. If you have Windows 10, you will have an option update and security and then click on Windows security and then click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the end you will see manage ransomware protection. Click on it. Now click on allow an app through control folder access. Click on yes to allow and then click on add an allowed app, browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder. If the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, then open program files x86. Now open the Steam folder and then open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder and then open the game folder. Select the game exe file. Now click on open. Once the game is added over here, now type in control panel in Windows search box and then go to control panel. Go to system and security, Windows Defender Firewall. Click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top. Click on allow another app, browse, and then select the game exe file. Click on open and then click on add. In my case, the game is already added. Once the game is added, click on OK on the bottom and then launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. So for this, make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Make a right click on the game exe file, select properties, go to this tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator. Click on apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game from here. If that does not work, again make a right click, select properties, and this time select Windows 8 over here and then click on apply, click on OK, launch the game, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, go to properties once again and this time select Windows 7 over here, apply, OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, this time put a check on disable full screen optimization, then click on apply, click on OK, launch the game. Still not working. So when you put a check on all these boxes, still the game is not launching. In that case, you can uncheck these boxes, hit apply, click on OK, follow the next step. Now the next step is to try DX11 or DX12 in launch option. So make a right click on the game, select properties. In the launch option, you can type in dash DX11 and then launch the game and then check. If that does not work, make a right click once again, select properties. This time type in dash DX12 and then launch the game and then check. Still not working, then clear this, empty this, and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box and then click on graphics settings and then click on browse and then go to the game installation folder, select the game exe file, click on add. In my case, the game is already added over here. Once the game is added, click on the game, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Now launch the game and then check. Next step is to create a backup and then rename or delete the save game files. Now before you delete the save game files or rename the save game file, let me inform you, this will result in loss of game progress. You have to start everything from scratch. So if you agree, you can delete the save game files. Now for this, you can open File Explorer, go to Documents over here, and you will see this Horizon Forbidden West folder, the game folder. Make a right click on the game folder and then you can rename it whatever you want. I will just put .old. You can create a backup first, so you can just copy this folder and you can save it maybe on desktop. Now once you have the backup over here, now you can make changes over here. You can just rename this as .old and now launch the game. When you launch the game will start from scratch. If that does not work, you can delete the save game file. You can make a right click and then click on delete, and once this is deleted, now you can launch the game, but the game will start from scratch. Now still not working, the next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Download this Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19, 22. So download this x86 and x64. So click on it and then run this exe file. Now if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. In my case, I have already installed, so it's telling me to restart my computer. In my case, it's already done, so ignore the error message. Now download x64 and run this x64 exe file. And again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Ignore this error message. I have already installed it, so it's telling me to restart my computer. Once installed, once both the files are installed, restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game and then check. Still not working. The next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in View Advanced System Settings in Windows search box and then click on View Advanced System Settings and then click on the first settings and then go to Advanced tab and then click on Change over here and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK, and over here it's 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 GB. So 116 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM, that is into 1.5. So in my case, initial size is 24576, 24576, and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case, that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024. I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3. That is 49152. 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here. Then click on OK. OK. Apply. OK. OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to update your Windows. Now this is very important. So open your Windows settings and then go to Windows Update or Update in Security and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, then restart your computer. And after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to update your system BIOS. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell. If you have a Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo. If you have Asus computer or Acer computer, go to Acer website, HP website, whichever is your brand. Go to your system manufacturer website, select your model number, and then you have to select your computer and then find the latest BIOS update available. Now in case of laptop, before you update the system BIOS, make sure battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter is connected to the computer. The charger is connected. During the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. Now the last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game. So if nothing is working, you can uninstall the game. Now after you uninstall the game, go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder, then restart your computer and then reinstall the game to C drive. So if the game is installed to another drive, then you can install the game to C drive. Now if the game is already installed in C drive, then try installing the game to another SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.